I meant to recommend to everybody to try this next example, or at least look it over before you watch this video. So if you haven't done that yet, before you hear me explain everything, pause the video and, like, at the very least, mentally fill in these blanks. This one is a little bit different than the other two, but just as everything, the framework is the same, but the answers are a little different, obviously. So if you haven't thought it through yet, just pause and try to answer it yourself. Maybe write lightly in pen. And then when you think you've really thought about it as much as you can, then go ahead and watch the rest of this video. And I'm going to sit here like an idiot for like 2 seconds while you pause. Now I'm going to walk through it. Hopefully you've paused, and now you've unpaused, and now we're going to go through it together. The extreme value, I'm going to hopefully start to sound a little bit like a broken record. That's good. When I sound like a broken record, it means you're like, yes, I get it, Mr. Lipstick. That extreme value is us imagining this being a path and trying to see if there's a highest or lowest point. And this would be the highest point. Now the awkward thing is, it's a highest point, and the extreme value is the y value of that point. Just the vertical value of that point, which is -2. We can see this vertex is at 4, -2. So the y value of the vertex is -2. And since it is definitely the highest point on this graph, that is considered a maximum. The x-intercepts, there aren't any. There are none. It's one of the cool things about parabolas is they don't have to touch the x-axis if they don't want to. It can happen. When you say none, don't leave it blank. You got to write none. If you leave it blank, I'm going to be like, this kid didn't know what to say. You got to write there aren't any or none. One of those two things. Some indication that you looked for them, you saw that they weren't there, and you were like, forget it. And then the y-intercept, well, fiddle-dee-dee. This is a terrible example. We can't tell what the y-intercept is going to be, and we don't even have an equation. If there would be one, it'd be way down here somewhere. Interesting. There is a y-intercept. I just can't say what it is. So we're going to say something. That will not happen on the test or the quiz. I'm so sorry that happened. I hope you were confused. Like, if you were confused, that means you're paying attention. Good job. This would not happen on test or quiz. But if it did, I do want to make it clear that just because it's not showing on the grid, there is one somewhere, like way down here. So in this case, I'm just going to say something like, there is one, but we can't see it. But we can't see it. And we don't have enough information. How do you like them apples? Oh man, it's a pretty good note packet for the most part. But that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's be like less than -10. Maybe it's at -20. I have no idea. Apologize. No, it's good though. You know what? That's good. It's good to make you guys feel a little bit like, yeah, this is easy, this is easy. Oh, now what? You know, I don't mind. There's one, I don't know what it is. But that's all the lessons. I hope that's okay. And yeah. If you have questions, you guys, there's going to be homework, of course, but I'll put that in my final video.